Hello. There's two things that I'm not very good at is being patient and sacrificing and suffering. I just don't like those two things. I'm too impatient and I like things to be easy. And of course, during this time that's a little bit difficult, Jesus does calm that storm and says, quiet, be still. And those are things that I have trouble with, being patient and really having any suffering. But this past weekend on Sunday, St. Peter writes, and it's a great reading that he speaks to us in. If you are patient when you suffer for doing what is good, this is a grace before God. For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his footsteps. Wow, think about that. We follow in footsteps of Christ when we are patient and receive those great graces from God. And when we are patient, we also have to be patient in our suffering. When you really think about it, this time of really distancing ourselves from each other, it can be suffering, but it can also be times of great grace. Great grace as we recognize God working within each of us. God works in us when we are patient and kind with one another. God works with us because we are walking in Christ's steps. And when you really think about that, Christ walked here on earth so that we can also walk with him in heaven, his heavenly home. So today, remember, be patient and kind, and even in our suffering and those sacrifices, those are only part-time and temporal, but eternity is great with Christ in heaven when we really experience his great patience that he has for us, and we receive the rewards of that great grace that he gives us as we live our life here on earth, following his steps to heaven.